Welcome back to the Run Home with Joel and Fletch. Thanks to Hyundai. The Hyundai 2023 SUV sale event is on now. And Brian, this abbreviated show continues, and it just keeps getting better and better because we have had this man on before who happens to be the coach of the Waratahs. He's a Southwest Rock specialist. His name's DC, as we like to call him affectionately. Darren Coleman, welcome to the Run Home with Joel and Fletch.
Hello, boys. Good to be on again.
You ready to go again, Daz?
We're ready to go. Ready to go. I'm excited. Round one coming up, and we're up playing those knuckleheads up in Queensland. So it should be a good way to start.
DC, just for our listeners, because they can't see you, are you in some sort of canteen or something? Where are you?
Mate, I'm in my little man cave out the back of my house. I just had to go and pick up my young fella from school detention. So I brought him home and give him a clip.
No.
What's he done?
What's
he done?
Mate, apparently he jumped off the tower at the swimming carnival and did a bomb.
Play on. Who hasn't done that?
Yeah, play on.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who hasn't done that? So you've got a stove in your man cave.
Mate, it's a barbecue with a range top. And,
okay, sorry.
It's got a beer fridge right next to it. So, yeah, I do spend a bit of time down here.
How are we looking, DC? We're Camp Waratahs, myself and Fletch.
I'm always on the Waratahs bandwagon.
How are we looking 2024?
Yeah, no, we're excited, mate. Excited. Last year didn't go as well as we'd hoped. We sort of stuck there in sixth spot again. That's 2 years in a row. We've been at sixth and bundled out of the first week of the playoffs. So, yeah, we know and understand that we've got to do better for our mob here. And, yeah, good squad. Pretty much everyone's on deck for round one up at Suncorp. So what we didn't do last year was we didn't start well. We dropped 4 of our first 5. So that just playing catch up for the rest of the year. So the goal is to get off the mark with a good win on Saturday night and then build from that.
DC, what I love about rugby union, especially kids coming through, you've got a kid coming through King's School, and I just love this name.
Yes.
It's rugby union all over. Fergus Lee Warner. Tell us a little about Fergo.
Yeah, mate, we got some hyphenated names. There's 3 times as many names as people in our crew. No, he's a good follower. He's actually a Scone boy. He's country as. He went to King's obviously as a boarder, but no, he's a true blue bushy. But he just spent a bit of time in Europe, and he's back and back in the Tahs, and yeah, he's a good kid. Just a solid workman-like forward. He's a big unit. He's about 6'5" and 115 keg. So he'll get his first shot on Saturday night. We're excited to see him go.
What about Maxi Jorgo?
You know what?
No.
DC, I put a clock on this. I thought this won't reach 2 minutes before he mentions it.
No, I just want to know. Look,
Are you working for Uncle Nick there? Or
look, Joey Manu, by all reports, is going to move on. They need some, but no, I know Maxi Jorgensen will be there for a few more years at least. Can I ask you this? Did he come back? What was his injury? Because I know he went over he was in the World Cup squad, but he didn't get on. What was it, a ACL or was it a bad knee injury?
He had a bad run in the end, poor old Maxi, and probably a bit of my doing, to be honest. We got a bit greedy with him with first year out of school, and he came onto the scene so strong. We probably played him a little bit too much. So the tail end of the Super season against the Crusaders over there, he done his MCL of his knee. Then that was a pretty decent one. It was 12-weeker, and Eddie loves him, obviously. Eddie picked him in the World Cup squad, which was a big call. And he got back to fitness, trained well over there, and he broke his ankle in training, catching a high ball over there. And then in the meantime, he's actually had his shoulder cleaned up. So he's had a rough trot, Maxie, but we'll do a better job of looking after him this year. And he'll come off the bench on Saturday night. He's had one run. He had a run in our last trial last week for a half a game. So he'll come off the bench, and the plan is it'll be a bit looser by the back half, and he's got an amazing running game, so hopefully we'll see him fire up.
Another debutant, DC, is 6'8", 125 kilos. We're talking about the big frame of Miles Amatosero. What do you expect of him?
Yeah, good lad. He's a little bay boy here from the east, Nigerian parents actually.
Really?
He's interesting story. Yeah, no, he got scouted and grabbed as a 17-year-old by French club Clermont-Levon in the south of France, and So he was out. He was in a Waratahs academy back then, but yeah, they grabbed him and took him over, and he's done 3 or 4 years in the top 14 in France. So he made his debut as an 18-year-old in First Division French rugby, which is no mean feat. And he adds a lot. What we've been looking for is in rugby, you need a big tight head lock, someone that packs behind the number 3, that gives you weight, and is just a general big body and an aggressive human. And he's still only 21. He does that. He'll have his work cut out. First Super Rugby game, it'll be a bit quicker than what he's used to in France. So he's got a bit to do in as far as pace of the game and a bit of accuracy. But as far as physicality and throwing his body around, he matches those stats with his effort and his attitude to contact.
DC, the text board is lit up here, and they want to know, is the Tah Bar going to be back at Allianz this year? Because the first one we went to, that was outstanding. I even saw you there just...
no, well, if I don't get winning, I'll be in there a lot more, unfortunately. But that'll be going. That'll be going at the end there. It's a good little thing there. When the beauty of the footy stadium, mate. You don't need 40,000 to get a good atmosphere. I think we had 28,000 at game 1, and it was rocking. And we just got to keep winning and earn the respect of our fans. We do that. That stadium, that's an awesome place to play. And the Tah Bar will be pumping out beers.
Now, I've just got a text message came through. You kept this quiet, Sugar. Hey, Fletch, mentioned that Darren's son played against Joel's touch team for East Touch at Wagga last weekend.
That's true.
That's from the Bondi Spy.
Yes, the little number 3, Jacob. I had to keep an eye on him. I had to keep a big eye on him. He was a big headache for me.
One of the big scandals in sport. Have those Cronulla kids been swabbed and birth certificates checked? She was a bit...
Mate, I'll tell you,
genuine hostile side, weren't they?
Mate, DC's young bloke side, we played him very early on in the tournament, Brian.
Yes. Score? What was the score?
It was pretty close, and I thought, geez, I've got to keep an eye on this team. And I just kept watching where they were going to be, so I just knew we'd meet them again. Very, very good team.
Hey,
plenty of good kids.
Daz, is this the young bloke that got detention?
Same kid.
Yes.
Same kid, unfortunately.
Mate, he's got rugby league written all over. He's got rugby league written all over him. Rugby league written all over him.
He has a run with the Crocs as well, actually.
So there he goes. Get him with the Colts, mate. Get him with the pedo Colts.
What's he playing league, DC? Bit of a half, is he? Or?
He's a little dummy half or first receiver at the moment. But he's up there writing out lines at the moment, so we'll keep him up there.
Beautiful.
Can you still tell me this? You know that rugby's obviously huge in private schools. Can you still play league on Saturday or Sunday? Have they changed that rule?
Yeah. No, we got a good little thing going on. He plays, like all kids, they're always looking for a game of footy. He plays club union on Friday. He plays with his school Waverley on a Saturday morning. Then he plays his local league on Sunday. So the kids can get plenty of footy.
What about the Scots colleges and the Joeys of the world? If you're playing rugby, can you only play rugby?
Oh, I think as they get older, they get a bit stricter on that. Yeah, pretty much. But as you know, the bloody leagueies are getting into there as well now. They're starting to place kids there, so it's a bit harder. But I think one of the beauties of rugby, besides the world game, is it's played in those schools. And I wasn't one of them. I didn't go to a flash school like that, but I know it's a good scene, and kids come out of there well trained and well coached, and good kids coming out of those schools. So it's definitely one thing we want to hang on to as rugby is that private school sport aspect of it, but we also want to make sure we grow into the government schools as well.
Yep, that makes a lot of sense. I had a boy, a father today, rang me. He said, "Mate, I've got this kid, and he's clearly talented, this boy, and there's a private school he maybe has the opportunity going." He said, "Oh, what should we do?" I said, "Mate, the schooling," because I sort of grew up, DC, thinking, wanker private schools, and that's what sort of from the country you think that, but then when you get involved, the standards they have, and I'm completely converted, and the opportunity they get. So if you can, good luck to you. And what it does for the players is, when you come out of that, if you've got the rugby league and rugby union on your resume, it just opens the world up.
Yeah. Hey, DC, Joseph Suaalii, who's obviously going to rugby next year, does he get to become a Waratah? What happens here? Do you get first dibs on him, or does the Wallaby or the ARU go, right, you're going to this club? How's that all work?
No. When he signed, the deal was mainly done all through RA. But we agreed to take him on. He agreed to join us. So
good.
Yeah, he'll become a Waratah next year, which is exciting. Obviously we've lost Marky the other way. So to get Joey back, to get Joseph over, we'll be yeah, it'll be a pretty even swap.
Where would you play him?
Good question. Yeah, I'm getting that a lot. I don't know him. I've never met Joseph yet, so I wasn't a big part of the recruitment. I didn't feel comfy being part of it because I'm not coaching again next year at the moment, so I got to earn that first. So I thought, yeah, it's interesting. He's got what I do like about him is tough, eh? Like I love watching those carries he does out of his own end in the NRL. He's definitely got ticker. He's got a kicking game as well, which a lot of outside backs in league don't come across with. He kicks the ball well. He's a good goal kicker. He's good in the air. It's really hard to tell. I don't know. Wing 13 fullback. Yeah, it's up in the air. We'll have him. We'll have hopefully Jorgo will re-sign, and we've got Andrew Kellaway coming in as well. So we'll have a pretty stacked backfield there, and I reckon they'll be with Dylan Peach, who we've got at the moment, who's a great winger as well. We'll have some exciting options there.
DC, we appreciate your time. Before you go, have you got a sort of you set goals? Has it got to be a top 4, top 5, minor premiership? Where do you see the Tahs in 24?
Oh, mate, I got a bit bit by that last year, to be honest. So
Yeah.
we were sixth the year before, and I sort of said we want to be top 4, and didn't work out. And a few people got in me about that, mate. We've got to improve on where we were this year, and we were 6th. So you don't have to be Einstein to figure out it's 5th or above. So the way the Super Rugby playoffs are set up, top 4 get a home quarter final. So you got to be in the hunt for that. Like you got to be. It's hard going. We've done it twice now. At 6th, we've gone over and played 3rd in New Zealand on a 5 or 6 day turnaround. She's tough going over there. So our goal is, yeah, like any team, we want to get off a win this week, and you're shooting for home playoffs. That's for sure.
And tough going for me, Brian, and my team against young Jakey Coleman. But Dad's got to deal with an issue today, mate.
Yes.
So all the best with that. DC, thanks for your time on the run home with Joel and Fletch.
Good night, lads. Have a good one.
Thanks, bro.
There he is. See the board, love him.
Yeah, but you know what? Scallywag.
Yeah, and
he's
humble.
young bloke, Scallywag.
He's a humble. We like that though, Brian.
No, I'm talking about his young bloke.
Yeah, but we like that.
We like Scallywags.
Of course we do.
Yeah.
Of course we do.
Because you show initiative.
Show initiative.
And you're showing off too.
Yeah, that's right.
You like a show off.
That's exactly right. The run home with Joel and Fletch.